17 wins by way of knockout. Welcome the NABF Super Middleweight Champion, known as Randall Kid Galahad Yonker. The referee in charge, Bobby Ferrara, now to give instructions.
All right, we take a look at the tail of the tape as Bobby Ferrara brings him in. The big factor is that the height difference, 3.25 inches shorter is Randall Yonker. The other big advantage for Michael Nunn is that he has 11 inches in reach advantage. You see that 77 to 66. So that's the big difference there. The quick review here now, and let's listen.
Good luck to both of you.
Basically, to protect yourself at all times, and of course, as he said, obey his command. That's Bobby Ferrara from Tucson, Arizona, the third man in the ring tonight. So we're set to go. Michael Nunn, Randall Yonker, the NABF Super Middleweight Championship, and this is a 12-round fight. Waiting for the opening bell, and things are just about ready to go, and all the flavor and all the excitement of a world title on the line here tonight. Here we go, Yonker in his silver trunks, and Michael Nunn in the white trunks with a little bit of red trim. Let's see how it goes here in the early going of round number one. Again, Michael Nunn is the guy that most of you would know, and probably the bigger box office attraction in this fight. But the guy, Randall Yonker, Peyton Scher, who is the matchmaker for Don King Productions, told me that this kid Yonker can really hit. So we'll find out just what Michael Nunn is made out of tonight, because he's in against a pretty good North American Boxing Federation champion. But Nunn, of course, he was the IBF middleweight champ, so he's moving up to the super middleweight division, which means the 168-pound division. And he's taken advantage of his height and his reach immediately. Bad place for Yonker to remain. He's got to get inside that real long 11-inch reach advantage and see what he can do. So far, he hasn't been able to get through at all. And he's going to have to try to get inside those long looping punches of Michael Nunn. The last place he wants to fight him is where he is right now. He's trying to stay outside. He's staying right on the fringe of the edge of where Michael Nunn can nail him. It's a lot easier for me to tell him from where I'm sitting what he should be doing, but very difficult to execute when Michael Nunn seems to be pumping that jab inside. Yonker's going to try to get to the body if he can, and it's a difficult task because Nunn's hands seem to be very quick tonight. Yonker has his work cut out for him, and Michael Nunn is getting much more, ever so much more confident as round one continues to progress as he works downstairs.
All right, come on, get up.
That's where Michael Nunn does not want to be, inside with Randall Yonker. That's the only place Yonker should be. Nunn trying to work on him. Yonker should try to grab a hold of him, come inside. Try to force him inside. Wild with a left hook. Mike pumping that right hand in the face. Of course, it's difficult for Yonker, too, because he's facing the southpaw. Mike Nunn, the southpaw, as you see, jabbing with the right hand. A little bit awkward for Yonker to feel him out as the left hand goes off. That's his power hand here, in this case, with the southpaw fighter. Yonker tastes that slapping right hand, really power punch, kind of like a Larry Holmes jab. Wow, with the left that time was Michael Nunn. Nunn has a very workmanlike look on his face, and nothing is going right for Yonker in this first round. Referee Bobby Ferrara says, hey, Mike, keep those punches up here. Inside of 10 seconds remaining in round number one. And this is not where Mike Nunn wants to have Yonker inside. Just a very businessman look on the face of Michael Nunn as the bell ends round number one. All right, watch this left hand now by Michael Nunn. That one gets through and bounces the head right back.
That's what you're doing. Fake.
Same thing, different angle. Watch the left hand bang right through there. Remember, for the southpaw fighter, that left hand becomes the power hand. All right, here we go. This is round number two. Scheduled for 12 rounds. Michael Nunn had a real good first round. Things went pretty much the way he wanted them to go. Now let's see how it continues to progress here. Yonker in round one just wasn't able to execute at all because of the tremendous height and reach advantage. Every time he does something. The crowd on hand here really likes it. Remember one thing, in spite of the fact that Nunn was a IBF champion, tonight's title is the NABF championship, and it's Randall Yonker who is the champ. Mike comes in to go to work on him. Angelo Dundee screaming from the corner, don't get in too tight with this guy. This guy can hit. And you saw a left hook that almost caught Nunn. And Nunn might have his lips split open because Yonker nailed him with a real good left hook that time. It's Nunn that is on the assault, on the attack. Yonker is showing no fear in the face. Again, Nunn has to put his punches together because if he goes with one punch, this guy Yonker can't hit. You can't afford to get too careless with this guy. Nunn looks real good right now and appears to have things going his way. But so far, Yonker has not been dazed by any of these punches of Mike Nunn.
All right, let's go.
Yonker nails him inside with the right hand. Referee makes them separate, tells him don't hang on and hit. He goes with the right hand. You can hear Angelo Dundee, well, possibly you can hear him over my shoulder. Get out of there. I don't want you inside against this guy. Pop that right hand. That's his jab. Don't mess around with this guy. Double your punches. Yonker seems to have more confidence here in the second round, but he's still not scoring too many punches. He's just out of position for one shot that whistled on the chin and caught Nunn on the lip. That was a good punch to the body by Nunn. Tries to go with an uppercut. You heard referee Bobby Ferrara say, keep those punches up. This is round 2, and Nunn is really trying to tee off inside, but he hasn't landed the big one yet. Yonker talking to him. Now he's inside, goes with the uppercut, misses. Nunn walks in again. Every time Nunn gets too close, the corner of Nunn gets very, very nervous. They don't want him to get lazy with that left hand. 15 seconds to go now in round number 2. And already Michael Nunn is beginning to realize he might have a tougher fight on his hands than he thought, because Yonker, while he's been hit an awful lot, just doesn't seem to be a quitter at all. Closing seconds now of round 2. Okay, watch this combination by Nunn, and then you'll see a wild miss by Yonker. There's the miss. All right, now watch this. This is a low blow. Wild with that left hand. It just kind of grazed past the nose of Michael Nunn. I'm going to say that Michael Nunn has won the first 2 rounds so far. Yonker's a game guy, but so far the reach and height advantage, I believe, is really what's causing the problem. He's punching up all the time, and he's trying to avoid that outstretched right hand of Mike Nunn. And let's see if Randall Yonker can get things going his way. It's Yonker with the silver and Michael Nunn with the white trunks. See what a tough kid this Yonker is. He's on the attack all the time here now since the opening of round number 3. In rounds 1 and 2, it was Mike Nunn all the way. There's a sneaky left hand by Nunn. Nice jab again. There's about 4 of those in a row, and that's exactly what boxing managers and trainers love to see their fighters do. Double and triple up with a jab. You saw a real sneaky hand thrown by Wow with the right hand again. Inside is Yonker, working to the body is Yonker. Tries to come upstairs. This is not where this guy wants to be fighting Randall Yonker. Good body shots thrown by Yonker. And Mike Nunn fights back, comes out of the corner like a wildcat. Yonker's a game young man, I'll tell you. Both of these fellas, 28 years old, are in the prime of their boxing careers. Both of them know that the win here could lead to a world title shot. Michael Nunn catches him. He's just pouring with that jab. Yonker has no fear of the power of Michael Nunn. And Nunn may not know too much about the power of Yonker, although Angelo Dundee keeps telling him, don't fight him inside. This has been the best round so far for Randall Yonker. I don't know if he's landing enough punches to actually win this round so far. but Nunn has definitely slowed down from the first 2 rounds. He's missing a lot of these punches. Now he backs him into the corner. Didn't miss that one. Wild with that left. Remember, it's the left, it's the power punch now for Nunn, the southpaw. Caught him a grazing blow to the temple. Nice uppercut with the left hand. Right hand again in the face of Yonker. Yonker has got to grab hold of those arms, try to tie him up, those big long arms. 11 inches is his reach. And that reach right now is really helping Michael Nunn. Yonker's got he calls him in. Exactly. He looks up and smiles at him. Come on inside. I'll make you pay for it, kid. Tries to turn him around. He's got Nunn with his back in there. Nunn has a lot of strength in the closing seconds now of round 3. And he works his way out of that corner very, very nicely. All right, the Bell-Ends, round number 3. A better round for Randall Yonker, but I'm not convinced he was able to land enough punches to actually win the round. As Simon Brown in his dressing room, thinking what he has to do with Buddy McGirt. Getting those hands taped. I believe that Nunn has won all of the first 3 rounds, and we're in round number 4.
Hey, Michael, good call with that right hand.
Yonker continues to try to do something. Now the referee says, hey, don't push him off. Nunn doing a nice job avoiding the assault when Randall